Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about the brand new minis in the Dungeons and Dragons Dragons of Stormwreck Isle product. So, Dragons of Stormwreck Isle is a really exciting new product for 2022. It's a brand new starter set. I absolutely love starter sets. I think they're one of the best things in the game. And the way they're building them now is really exciting, right? Like the starter set, Dragon of Stormwreck Isle, has a completely different structure than the Essentials kit, right? And so I can own the Essentials kit, which of course I do. Actually, I own every single starter set that Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition has ever created. I own the Stranger Things one. I own the Essentials kit. I own the Morty, the Rick and Morty starter set. You know what? I don't think I own the Lost Minds of Fandelver one. Mostly because it's trash. Um, like quite literally, the box is like just paper, and it's really. I've heard the Adventure is not bad, but like it has the worst dice set, it has the worst box, it has the worst art. I don't own that one, right? So, and I've been meaning to just get a copy just to from completist set. But this Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, here's what's exciting. They have 5 minis in this box. 5 pre-painted minis, which means they're going to print. By the way, this is a Scott Garibay only. I am convinced if they create a mainstream canon product for Dungeons and Dragons, they print 100,000 copies or they don't even bother. So I think there will be 100,000 copies of this printed. That means you're talking 500,000 minis, right? They're going to blast through these suckers, and I think they're going to be on the shelves for Christmas, and boy oh boy, they're going to tear through them. So newbies are going to get these and have no idea what's in them, right? Which is great, because then they're going to go, hey, this wizard looks kind of just plain. Why doesn't he have any like runes on his robe or anything? And they're going to do one Google search, and then they're going to go watch the Dungeons and Dragons 1980 cartoon, right? And then they're going to learn about Gary Gygax. It's 1, 2, 3. Connect the dots, simple, baby. New to old. That's the flow, right? And playing the new and honoring the old with your play, right? So the best way to honor Gary Gygax is to play D&D 5e. If you want to shrink his legacy, if you want to be disrespectful to Gary Gygax, I think you play other editions, right? I really think if you care about Dungeons and Dragons, if you care about Gary, you care about Dungeons and Dragons and you want it to grow. Playing dusty old dust-off editions does not help the hobby grow. Doesn't help Dungeons and Dragons grow. Doesn't help Gary's legacy grow, right? It literally dies with you, quite literally, right? So get this, the minis are pretty amazing. What's in the mini? What are the minis? 4 of them are 1980s cartoon characters. Presto, the wizard, is clearly the wizard. Eric, the Cavalier, is now being presented from this, I think it was Polygon was the article. From the article I got, they're presenting him as a paladin, right? Which is very interesting. Also, he has a sword, right? Which he didn't have in the cartoon, right? Then Sheila, I'm sorry, not Sheila, Diana. Sheila ain't nowhere to be seen. Diana, the Acrobat, is now Diana the Rogue. That's interesting, right? And then Hank, the Ranger, is now being presented as Hank the Fighter. Very interesting, right? And then last, there's a Cleric, because if you're putting the core 4 in, and the Cleric is not attached to the 80s, the Cleric is not attached to the 80s cartoon show that I can see. She's in blue tunic, and she don't look like anybody I recognize. Do you guys know who she is? But 4 of the 80s cartoon characters are right up in this product. That is pretty amazing. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing. I could not be more excited about this. This is everything we want. This is a huge celebration of Gary Gygax and what he accomplished, and the 1980s American Saturday morning cartoon Dungeons and Dragons show was his second greatest creation, in my opinion. D&D being the first, the show being the second. and he sacrificed a lot for it. He sacrificed being in TSR for it, in my humble opinion. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Are you excited as I am to see Hank, Eric, Diana, and Hank, Eric, Diana, and Presto, right? Are you disappointed that Bobby got cut out? Are you disappointed that Uni isn't there? Are you disappointed that Sheila, who was actually a rogue, got shoved to the side so Diana the Acrobat could be the rogue? That's interesting. I don't know. Like, that's I think there's a term for that. Okay. All right. All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.